Hey guys, it's Cassandra Color here, and I'm doing another Halloween tutorial. This tutorial in particular goes out to my dance team, the Dance for Elites. If you've never heard of them, make sure to check them out on Facebook. It's an awesome group, and I just feel so lucky to be a part of it. Okay, so we're going to get right into the tutorial, and we're going to try to figure out how to make this into this. So I'm going to start with my foundation, just blending it out and doing it as I usually do. My eyebrows are already done. I just did them darker and bigger than I usually would. And when you do your foundation for this look, you're going to want to bring the foundation onto your lips, blend it out, and then set it with powder. Also while avoiding getting any setting powder in your mouth. Right after that, I'm going in and setting the rest of my face anywhere that I would crease, including the forehead, the smile lines, and the under eye. I'm using the RCMA No color powder to set. And then I'm going to go straight in and prime my lids. This is just with my regular concealer, and then setting the lids immediately with the RCMA No color powder. And then this is what it looks like as just a clean slate before I go in with anything else. So the first shade that I'm going in with is called Creme Brulee. It's a perfect transition shade for anything, and basically I'm just using a fluffy brush just to brush out a good transition shade. And make sure to bring that onto the lower lash line also. Try not to get it in your eyeball like I just did. And just kind of connect it in that outer V. So you're going to go underneath the eyes, on top of the eyes, and then a line up into the front of the brow. So we're going to start building up that creme brulee in the front of the brow now. Basically, I'm just making a line all the way up. This is a fluffy brush with creme brulee. You don't have to use creme brulee. You can use any light brown that would work well as a transition shade. And we did the other side, and that's what that looks like there. Now we're going to go on with our first black shade. This is Corrupt by Makeup Geek, and I'm going to use a tighter fluffy brush, and I'm just going to focus that in on the crease of the eye and blend that out. And now I'm going to use a duo fiber brush just to kind of concentrate it again a little bit lower, then bring that black up onto these front brow portions. And what I'm using here is just like a little notebook just to get a straight line there in between the brows, but you can use anything. I use a credit card sometimes. I'll use a book, I'll use packages, use anything just to get that line. And then I'm just repeating that on the other side. Just make sure to pat the product down right next to the line and then blend it outward. So this is what it looks like with just the eyes. And now I'm going to go in with a white. I'm just using my finger, cheapest tool you have, just saying. That's where it is, right on your hand. And I'm just going to pat that onto the lid just to create a highlight on my eyelids. And now for the last black that I'm going to use, I'm using Urban Decay Blackout, which is the blackest black that I have. And I'm going to use a even tighter blending brush, and I'm going to tightly place that right into the crease. And it just kind of helps give some depth. You can see without and with it. And this is a dirty brush. We're just gonna ignore that. This is Cocoa Bear by Makeup Geek. And now I'm just going to kind of map out where I want the cheekbone to be. This doesn't have to be too clean at this point. I'm just mapping it out before I go in and blend it out. After I have the line that I want, I'm just pulling down the product. I'm not adding any additional product to the brush, and I'm going to pull down now and make that little U line down. Okay, that looks like a good shape that I want, so I'm making sure that it's registering from the view on the side and the view on the front. And just going in on the other side and repeating the same steps. Make sure to blend it into your hairline also so that there's not a gap there. And basically I just pressed the product down on the line that I wanted and pulled it down just to blend it out. Okay, and the next color I'm going in with is Creme Brulee by Makeup Geek, and basically I'm just using this to blend out any harsh lines at the lowest point of this cheek hole. Now I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek Corrupt just along that edge up there at the top of the cheek hole, just to create a border from where I can blend down the black. And then I'm going to go in with a deeper black also. This black is Urban Decay Blackout, and I'm going to try to concentrate this just towards the top so that it looks like it blends out from black to less black to brown to my skin. And doing that on the other side, starting with the Makeup Geek Corrupt and then going in with the Urban Decay Blackout and blending that out with Creme Brulee as needed. And then the final step I did on both sides is I went in with a flat brush and picked up Urban Decay Blackout and went right along that line just to make sure it was super defined. Okay, we're going to go on with the liner. This is NYX liquid liner. This one is the best. It's the truth, I'm just saying. And I'm just going to go in and do my winged liner real quick on both sides. I'm having a good winged liner day. It's a good day. It's a good day. Good for me. All right. And we're going to curl the lashes and add some mascara. Okay, so now we're going to go in and make the actual teeth line, and for this I'm just starting at the corner of the mouth and pulling out while releasing pressure. So you want it to be darker towards the corner of your mouth and then kind of taper out evenly. If you mess up, you can use Q-tips just to kind of pick it up. And then after that, I wanted it to kind of triangulate into my lips. So I went to the top border of my top lip and the bottom border of my bottom lip and just kind of tapered them in to that point that I made. And then just filled that in with liquid liner. Now I'm going to go on with a gel liner and put a dot of Duraline in it. Duraline basically makes it more malleable to where it's easier to work with, and just kind of deepen that into the lips. Okay, so when you start the lines on any skeleton that you do, you always want to start in the middle so that they are spread out evenly. So you're going to start right there in the middle and do the first line. And here I'm making some reference points where I want my next lines to be so that I can make sure they're spaced evenly before I draw them all the way out. Then after that, I just kind of extended them down, and basically what happened was the top lip was transferring to the bottom lip, so I decided to make the inner portions kind of triangular and then go out to a point. Now I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Blackout just to kind of try to blend out that black on the edge of my lips. Okay, so here I'm making some reference points to where I want the actual black dots at, just with a brown lip liner. And then I'm going in with, this is a nail tool. It's just basically a metal stick with a metal ball on it, and I'm loading it up with that NYX liquid liner, and I'm making dots on top of where I put my reference points at. So here I'm just starting the nose, and I started to trace out the shape and then kind of change the shape a little bit just with the liquid liner, because you're going to fill in this inner portion. And then I'm going to fill it in with the gel liner. This is a Morphe Slate gel liner, and putting in some Duraline to make it more malleable and just filling in that hole there. Okay, so now we're going to put on lashes, and I'm using the House of Lashes Iconic lashes because I have a problem. So this is Shimma Shimma by Makeup Geek, and I'm just taking a really small detail brush and I'm putting that on the inner corner of the eyes, the tip of the nose, and then just blending that out with my fingers. And then I'm going in with a contour powder. I'm just going to bring that along the temples and around the edge of my entire face. And make sure to bring that down the neck also. You can use any bronzer or contour powder really. And then at the last minute, I kind of decided to put some highlights in between the teeth. This is Shimma Shimma by Makeup Geek, and I just put it in between the teeth. And let's highlight. Why not? We're going to go in with a Morphe M601 with the Mary Lou Luminizer right on the tops of the cheekbones. And then the last thing I'm going to do is use the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray just to lock everything into place. If you're going to recreate this look, make sure to tag me or send me pictures of it. I love seeing your guys' recreations. Also, a very useful tool to know for this tutorial is that it is kind of important to have a black that is blendable and a black that is super black. And that is so that you can concentrate it up here but then blend it out lower. Look, this is one of those looks that if it gets a little bit messy, it's still going to look good. It's Halloween. It's grunge. It's supposed to. One thing that I will say that might go awry while you're doing this would be the black around the eyes. Just be careful to keep it in a tight placement and make sure that the brown is the outermost color, and then keep the black underneath that. And just a tip from me, if you use more product here and less product here, even if they're not super blended together well, far away, it's still going to look blended. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Snapchat at Cascuz to get a sneak peek of my next Halloween tutorial. And I'll see you guys next time.